Hey there, it's DM's off. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you know when we upload new videos.
Inspiration in D&D 5e can be overlooked a lot of the time. I believe this is because there's no synergy built into the actual mechanic itself. I know that Wizards of the Coast is planning on actually changing this, and I think when you roll a 20, you would gain inspiration. But quite frankly, I don't give a shit what Wizards of the Coast does anymore. There's plenty of debate online whether you should even have any sort of quote-unquote re-roll mechanic or any sort of buff mechanic outside of what's already on your character sheet. There are those that love inspiration-like mechanics and those that hate them. I happen to love them. Introduced to me first in Star Wars, the role-playing game. They had force points in this, and basically it buffed all your stats. So yeah, you became like superhuman for one round. Then the creators of Star Wars came up with this game called Torg, role-playing the Possibility Wars. And in this game, your possibility points gave you rerolls, but also acted as your experience points. Seeing reroll mechanics done right in a game like Torg actually gave rise to other systems actually using similar things. Now, there could have been other games before these two games that used this sort of system, but this was my personal introduction to this sort of thing. Let me know if you know of another game from the 80s or early 90s that use this sort of thing. So, some people think that this is kind of a wimpy way to play, that if your character has 4 hit points and you've spent maybe an hour creating that character, a lowly wizard at first level, and they get fried, that you should just fucking deal with it. What a way to screw up the fun, at least from my opinion. And I'm sure that there's some of you out there that have had reroll mechanics like inspiration, and you've still have kind of wound up with really crappy rolls and it really didn't do you any good anyways. But I've also seen it be very dynamic in turning the tide of a game, which is drama. And that is what we want. So I have some tweaks for my own homebrew game that takes inspiration from the likes of Torg and from also Savage Worlds. And I even see some similarities with Pirate Borg and their Devil's Luck mechanic. So I personally think that the mechanic that I'm about ready to share with you works really well in a game like I play. And I play a game called Dethlord, which is a compilation of all the great things that I like about many different role-playing games, including a save-your-ass mechanic like inspiration. In this game, there's no skills, you don't have 10,000 hit points, and we roll to cast our spells. There's more drama, less rules, and in a game like this, a reroll mechanic is very much welcome. Put all this information in a one-page document that you can download if you're a patron. Or you can just screen capture it on this video and print it off. Before everyone blows up the comments and asks, have you seen DM Scotty's luck dice mechanic? Yes, I own the PDF, paid for it, and I've used it in games. It's wonderful, a great mechanic. I even have a video on my own personal tweaks, albeit they're kind of evil, but you can take a look at that video and let me know whether you think that's evil or not. But I kind of like different aesthetics at my game table, and so we have a pouch filled with coins.
Oh, that's nice. ASMR.
And they take out a coin and slap it down on the table. All of that just adds to my ASMR pleasure, if you will. Let's take a look at the document. I call this mechanic Lucky 13. Here's the basics. Everyone starts the game session with one draw from the luck coin pouch. And inside this pouch, we have a bunch of coins. When a player rolls a natural 13, they will receive a draw from the luck coin pouch. When a player role-plays their character for an extended period of time, like the retelling of their deeds to the king, a barkeep, etc., essentially a monologue, they will receive a draw from the luck coin pouch. At the end of the game session, all luck coins are to be returned. No keeping coins for the next session. There are 15 copper pieces. There are 10 silver pieces. There are 5 gold pieces, and 1 coin that is marked in a special way. Mine happens to be anointed with red paint to simulate blood or something. Just have to say that I owe a huge debt to Deadlands Reloaded for the Benny system. Really, it's Savage Worlds based, but the different denominations that I explain here is directly swiped from them. Then the last thing is that the players will blindly draw from the pouch. No peeking. All right. Things to know. You can acquire more than one luck coin in a session. You can spend more than one luck coin at a time. You can share your luck coins with other players. When a luck coin is used, the DM now has possession of it and can use it for monsters or NPCs. Cashing in. Let's talk about copper. With this coin, when you cash it into the Dungeon Master, you can re-roll any die roll, including attacks, actions, skills, damage, initiative, or anything else you might be rolling for. The new number must be used even if it is unfavorable. This is much like the regular inspiration mechanic. Silver. Silver can do anything that copper can do, but it also cancels disadvantage, and it also, you can acquire advantage, double advantage, triple advantage, or more. That's right. We can go gonzo and roll 5 d20s to try and succeed at a given thing. A gold coin. It does all of the above, copper and silver, but it can also help you absorb damage, a d6 worth that you just received. Now, if you're playing 5e, something that has a crap ton of hit points, you might want to increase that, especially as they go up in levels. But for the game that I use, we cap our hit points, and so a d6 damage is actually quite nice. So it absorbs d6 damage that you just received, must be spent immediately after the damage is taken, so you don't use this for healing after a battle. Also with this, you can deal max damage with one attack. No need to roll. If you roll 2d6 plus 5, you now have 17 points of damage that you just dealt, just by using this. Here's the difference between the gold coin. And notice there's only 5 of these. And that is that you place this coin back into the pouch. The Dungeon Master cannot use gold coins. So that's something that's very good for the players. There's also the Anointed coin. With the Anointed coin, it's the DM's call. It can be used for any of the above, the gold, silver, or copper. Alternatively, it can be a special bonus, such as save anyone from death. Alternatively, again, it can be something bad, like disadvantage on all rolls until you succeed at a task. Whatever it is, declare it before the players draw their initial luck coin for the session. Now, you can tend to be really nice with it. You can be a dick with it. I tend to be nice with it. There was a time that I would say the main thing is that the gods are cursing you this evening, and you have to roll a d4, and you will subtract that from any roll that you make until you succeed. And then the coin can be thrown back into the pouch to be used or drawn later. Doing something negative might not be for every game group, but I find that it does heighten the tension when they're grabbing from the bag. So much so that I usually give them a boon of some sort. I've used the Anointed coin, which ended up being very beneficial to the team by saying if anybody draws that tonight, you get a wish, and it actually ended up saving the campaign. It's a very fun thing to have there. So that's it. Lucky 13, inspiration on steroids. So what do you think? Is this a crap system? Let me know in the comments below. Would you use a luck mechanic like this, or do you like just inspiration? Thanks for stopping by Agronax Studios, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers! If you'd like to get the coins that I use in the videos, they're from Campaign Coins. Link is in the dungeon.
All right, do this and do that and do this and do that and watch this video.